Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Wednesday, the 1st of February. Following Robert Murray McShane, today we read Mark chapter 4, which begins, we're told, with Jesus beginning to teach the crowds, and it says, the crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat, sat in it on the lake, while the people gathered on the shoreline. Following on from yesterday, probably this crowd was a little unruly, jostling, pushing, trying to get forward. He retreats into the lake, that kind of good demarcation, and he's able to teach them. He tells them various parables, and that night he and their disciples head across the lake by boat. Midway across, a storm comes. The disciples are terrified. They think they're going to drown. They wake him up and say, "We're going to drown." And reading from verse 39, he got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." And as I read that, I thought, it's easy for us in the 21st century, with the whole of the New Testament and 2,000 years of theology written, to say, who is this? This is Jesus, only Son of the Father, eternally begotten God from. We've got all that pat down. The disciples didn't know that. They were mid-story. And they probably formulated an idea of Jesus as a great teacher, as something of a prophet maybe, pointing towards, somehow linked to the Messiah. They'd heard John say, "This is the Lamb of God." They were shaping an opinion of him, and they probably had him as a teacher, as a healer, some kind of person that could move people. And now he stands up and he speaks to the elements, not a person involved. And the elements obey him, and suddenly they're at a new level. No wonder they say, "Who is this?" And when suddenly encountering Jesus in that way, I'm not surprised they were terrified. And as I read that, I thought, we need to constantly be ready for Jesus to surprise us. I suppose if we're ready, we're not surprised, but we shouldn't be surprised when Jesus surprises us, because there's always more. And time and again, we will encounter something, we will read something, we will have some kind of a spiritual engagement with Jesus that will be new and something we've never had before, and we will echo the disciples' question, "Who is this?" And that's a great thing. There's always more. We never get to know Jesus completely. One day, when we step into his presence in glory, we will see him face to face. Until then, there's more to discover. So keep reading, keep following, keep praying, and know that you are blessed.